Mason High School, and welcome to another edition of MBC News. Let's kick this broadcast off with a story about skating. At the Sports Plus ice rink, one student has created an environment slightly different than normal public skating rinks. Caitlin Shive has the story.
Every Friday night at Sports Plus, this ordinary ice rink turns into a music-filled laser light show, thanks to their new DJ, MHS sophomore Graham Stoughton. Started back in December, Graham has turned this haven for skaters and hockey players into a fun-filled hangout for students.
I hope you guys are ready. I'm DJ Judicial, and this is the Friday Night Light Skate.
Well, I pretty much play music. I worked on the lighting situation here. We tried to, I guess he had a bunch of lights in here that worked, but they weren't programmed properly. Now I can get it to do anything. I can get it to randomize moving functions so they'll all kind of synchronize move, and of course change colors and gobo effects.
Graham created this light show from the ground up. With a technical and a musical background, he was able to make an array of innovations that made this event what it is today.
Right now, we've added 3 laser lights, put up a majority of new spotlights, and I've actually built 4 rails for lighting. We had to buy 4 new speaker sets because the speakers we had in there were first burnt out. So right now, I'm actually looking at adding more lighting to the other parts of the rink. Right now, we've got 3/4 of the rink lit. So I'm going to add a little bit more lighting in there, and we're probably looking at upgrading speakers and moving, I guess, the party out to the lobby. And that way people can stay warm and enjoy good music and fun time with their friends.
Putting all of his time into this job, Graham listens to Pandora practically 24/7 to bring new music every week to his guests.
Our last weekend we had 93 people show up, and no, it's been 2 weekends since we first started doing this, really trying to get the word out, trying to get people to show up. And of course we're competing with Northlands right across the street.
With the attendance level rising every weekend, Graham's dedication and hard work to this job is starting to pay off. From lighting to music, he has created a place where anyone and everyone can have a good time. I'm Caitlin Shive, MBC News.
For the majority of seniors, the most difficult decision they have to make right now is what college they want to go to, not whether or not they want to risk their lives for a cause bigger than themselves. But one student here at Mason has decided to take the road less traveled. Erica Alva has the story.
To a majority of athletes here at MHS, a full ride would be a dream come true. A chance to go to college, all expenses paid, and play a sport they love. It means the typical college experience, and maybe even leaving Ohio. But for senior Matt Stewart, who chose the non-traditional route instead of the typical D1 school, makes him stand out. Matt is not only playing football, but he is also challenging himself to do more and serve the nation.
I'm very blessed to be in the position that I am today. I've had multiple opportunities to play football for free at other universities, but I'm giving that up. I'm taking another route, going to the United States Naval Academy. I'm going to be sacrificing, a few parties, a few free weekends. I'm not going to be able to talk to my family for about 6 weeks. I'm not going to be able to use my phone. I'm not going to be able to go to class in sweatpants. I got to wear a uniform all day, every day. But it's something I'm willing to give up to accomplish the dream that I've set for myself since I was young.
According to Matt, reaching his childhood goal has been a lengthy process.
Ever since 5th grade, when a naval aviator came into my classroom for career day, he dressed in his full flight gear. That's when I knew that I wanted to be a naval aviator and become a Navy officer. As I matured and learned more about what it took to become a Navy officer, I knew that the Naval Academy was the best route for me to develop into a leader of men in battle. And it's been a lengthy process. It's been strenuous on myself and my family. I had to fill out multiple forms of paperwork, had to go through an extensive medical evaluation. I also had to do a congressional nomination interview with Congressman Shabbat's board of interviewers, which was a 2.5-hour ordeal. It was very stressful. And I'm still not done. I still got another step in the journey. I'm going to attend the prep school, the Naval Academy Prep School in Rhode Island next year, which is basically my redshirt year, but it's going to better prepare me for success at the Naval Academy.
Despite the setbacks of not seeing his family for 6 weeks or even wearing the attire he wants, Matt is choosing to achieve a dream of honor, courage, and commitment. I'm Erica Alva, MBC News.
Let's talk about hair. Some people may not have it on their head, but in order to be considered a member of the Homo sapien species, you must have some hair. Now, certain people add a special twist to their hair to make it truly unique. Let's go to Frida Beauchamp for the story.
Many students here at MHS don't know about African American hair, or as some would say, black hair. Most African American women get perms, go natural, get braids, or get a weave. But here we are about to explain the ins and outs of weaves, how getting a perm works, being natural, and the process of getting braids. Junior Amina Adewumi explains the process of getting braids.
Like when I get my hair done like this, I have one of my mom's friends, she braids hair. She has a whole business, and it usually takes around anywhere from like 7 to 9 hours. Like it matters if there's one person braiding my hair or 2 people.
Sharon Shearer, also known as the Weave Master, is a professional weaving hairstylist and owner of Transformations. She explains the process of weave, known as hair extensions, products she uses, and how it's one of the hottest trends amongst women.
Long-term weave service lasts at least 3 months. So they're very versatile. They offer a lot of convenience, and they can be very, very healthy for the hair. As far as hair products, I use only professional lines of hair care products. I feel like the client is paying for a professional service, and they should receive a professional product in their hair. So none of the products that I use can be bought over the counter. They are strictly for professional use only. As far as, African American hair goes, it's the hottest trend going, but it's not just a black thing. My clientele range from all nationalities, because everybody wants, that gorgeous, long flowing hair. And if you can't achieve it, I can weave it. And if you can't grow it, I can sew it.
As you can see, there are tons of ways African American women can do with their hair. Whether you're rocking it natural or flipping it with your weave, it's unique in every way. I'm Frida Beauchamp, MBC News.
Having real-world skills is something that everyone needs, and one teacher here at MHS is teaching her students those skills inside the classroom. Caitlin Emter has the story.
Although you may not find them in your typical core classes, the students in Carrie Thompson's work-study program are preparing for the 9-to-5 working life after high school just like everybody else. Developing job skills by working around school and the community, these students are learning not only how to pass a test, but how to earn a living.
So the program, there's a variety of work experiences. We have some in school and we have some out of school. In school, you probably, the most popular work experience is selling from the snack cart. You probably see that. We do also have students who help with the recycling. Then we bring jobs from outside the community into the classroom where they can work on like folding children's menus. We're also helping Western Row with their box top programs. There's a variety of jobs that we can do from the community to bring them in school for students who aren't quite ready to go out into the community. The program's designed to help students learn specific job tasks and then also teach them those work behaviors. There's a term commonly used called the soft skills, communication, the teamwork, things that aren't necessarily taught on the job, but really determine whether or not someone gets and keeps a job. Plus, it gives our students opportunity to get out in the community and work in places they might not have the opportunity if they weren't in the work-study program. And I think one of the important aspects of the program is we do focus on students' interest areas. So we try to really match up, if a student thinks they want to go into early childhood or teaching, we'll try to put them like at the early childhood center to give them actual real-life career exploration to see if that's something that matches their strengths.
Earlier last school year, I filled out an application for the community center with my job, Kids Corner, which I'm really glad that I found that job, because in the future I hope to be a teacher, an early childhood education teacher, and out of daycare.
Thanks to efforts on multiple fronts, as these students branch out into the community, finding their dream job or continuing their studies, their work has been met with only pride and appreciation.
The Mason community, the businesses that we go into are very supportive. Our program would not be as successful as it is without the businesses in the community. They go above and beyond for our students, and they're very welcoming, and like I said, they really try to integrate the students in doing jobs right along with all their other coworkers. Many of our businesses also do offer paid experiences because the work-study program is it's a school program, so students do earn credit for it, but some of the businesses actually go ahead and pay them or give them their lunches for a couple hours of work for free, and the students really enjoy that. But they're very receptive, and they support our program 100%.
Whether you're a senior or a freshman, high school has always been that awkward time when the future sits just a few years away. But with the work-study program teaching more than just math and language arts, these Mason students are getting a head start on a rewarding future. I'm Caitlin Emter, MBC News.
If you're a senior, half of your final year is already over. You're this close to looking back at those underclassmen and going, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. But for some, that day is a little closer than you may think. Here's Lindsay Cornwell with the story.
Graduating high school is an amazing memory. While most students will graduate May 28th, few will graduate February 28th, taking their high school career in a different direction.
So graduating early is when a senior wants to leave school at the end of second trimester. That means they have completed all their graduation requirements, and they are moving on to do something like perhaps go to college. I've had students do it for military purposes. I've had students do it because they're either leaving the country or they're moving to another state and they need to leave early. They do not actually get their diploma at that time. They can pick up their diploma after graduation, but as long as they have all their graduation requirements complete, they can leave at the end of second trimester. Now for next year, students will be able to graduate seniors as early as December, since we'll be moving to semesters. So that gives kids an opportunity to take college courses, second semester of college. So there are all kinds of advantages to completing early. However, colleges really do want to see seniors taking rigorous courses and taking advantage of all the courses that we have to offer. So it really should be done case by case, depending on what that student's plan is. It is certainly not something that's for everyone.
Johnny Burchams has decided to focus on his cheer career and working while taking time off from school.
Third trimester, I miss a lot of school due to traveling when we go to Florida, Dallas, and Tennessee for competitions. And I'd be missing those school days, like the Fridays and the Mondays of those two, and I would have to make up a lot of work for that. And I thought that just because I had all my credits, that it'd be easier to not have to come to school during that time, so I decided to graduate early for that.
Some of us seniors don't quite know what we are doing or where we are going, but one thing we know for sure is that we all have a great future. I'm Lindsay Cornwell, MBC News.
And now, a brief commercial break.